matter where you go, no matter what country you go, there's nothing like over here.
That's right.
You could go to Germany, you could go there, you could go any place. Nothing's like here.
That's why I stay here.
Nothing like here.
But I'll tell you, Grant, they didn't have anything, but they were the cleanest people I ever saw. There wasn't a speck.
There was nothing to do. There was nothing to eat.
They don't have nothing to do.
Soonie, that on 10.
Oh no, but
That's funny.
I'd like to go back there.
yeah, well, you go back there and make amends because you insulted the family.
They're all dead now. Where you gonna go? What you gonna say?
Just that one lady's there.
If I would have went with my sister, I didn't want to go where I want. Maybe I would have stopped again. But I want to go see a big city that I never saw. What good is to go where I want?
I would go see a big
Well, you
city
should
in
go see
America
them
that you
all,
never
but-
saw.
I remember everything what was there. I was 12 years old when I came here.
They
So I
told me.
wanted to go see a big city.
That's the story of the
I
Pachis on
wanted
that
to go see
film.
where she was born. They wouldn't let me go because they said
Graham,
they all have the same problem.
Sue,
My leg.
tell her to tell us a good story.
I can't
Grant,
walk, or I would
tell
take
us the story about the Pachis. The wolf and the fox. What was it, the wolf and the fox?
She used to make that story really bloody too, you know.
You remember?
You forgot that story that I told you? That lady in the woods?
Oh, I remember the story. She found that thing.
You remember that?
She found that thing, and she brought it to the king.
What
Yeah.
thing?
Oh, I like that story.
Well, it wasn't the whole thing. You tell her.
No, you tell better than me.
No, I do not. What was it? It was
Me neither. What the?
down here.
You know, we have something, because the song was in the box, like over here.
You had to grind it up.
You had a, no, it was
Chop it?
like a piece of wood, you had to chop them up. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
The mortar and pestle.
And that thing wasn't there. It was just the dish.
The bowl.
Oh, more on pestle.
Yeah. And he told the father, the girl told the father, if you take that to the king, he's going to say
Say
something
it's
is missing. He says, nah, I'm going to go. And he went and did. And that's what the king said. It's nice, but something is missing. Oh, he says, if I would listen to my daughter, you know, I wouldn't come here. He says, tell your daughter to come over here and talk to her. And she went.
She was the wizard.
She went, and she said, when you come again, I don't want you to put a dress on. Something, you know. You know what she
Just
did?
dress
She
casually.
took the net. You know the net you go fish? That's what she
Came
put
wrapped
on.
in a net. Come
Come
on.
on, we all know it. Go ahead. Go ahead. She's not even close to the end. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And then
So they got married, and then she
you
was
liked the net.
she was a queen, everything what the husband used to do. Because he was the king, you know. The
She
good
told
king,
all the
like,
business.
if something is wrong, and she would say, why you said that it's wrong? And he says, what I told you when we got married, whatever if I lie, whatever I do, you gotta mind your business.
I'm the king, you put down.
You're not gonna say nothing. So the man had a donkey, and he tied by the, like this fence over here. So when he went, the king said that the thing was belonged to him. The horse was belonged to him. He says, no, I put her, I tied it over here. He says, no, it belonged to me. So he lost the case. The poor man lost the case. It was his horse. So and the wife told him, says, tomorrow, make out, you're coming in my garden, make out, you're fishing over here.
She told that to the man.
The man says, how can I fish? There's no water. You crazy? You make out you're just fishing. So the husband and the woman, he get up out of the bed and he saw the man was fishing. He says, look, told the wife, says, look, that stupid bastard. He's fishing with no water. But right away, he was wise. The wife had told him to do that. And he went over there, says, I want to know who told you to come over here and do that. There was no water. And he was saying, nobody Nobody told me. I just came. None of it. Says, I wonder, no. The man never told me. So he says, you told me. Says, yes, I did. Says, and I was wrong for you because the man was fishing. The horse didn't belong to you, so it was belong to you. So I told the man to come over. And he says, well, I told you when we got married, you had a man, you have business. So he says, we're going to be divorced.
That's it. Pack your bags.
He says, but that, you know, they did a big party, all the people, you know.
For the divorce.
And he made the husband get so drunk that he didn't know what he was doing. So he put him on the car, and he took her to her house.
No, he said you could take anything you want to
Oh
take.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, he says
She said, when you go, you're going to get divorced.
Yeah.
But you could take one thing, whatever you want in this house, you could take.
Yeah.
So he got the husband all drunked up. And when she left, she took him.
She put him in the car.
But he was drunk.
He was drunk.
So when he went, oh my God, what a pool house, what a. Says, you're in my house. Says, what do you told me? You told me take anything you like, so I like you, I took you. And he gave him one slap and he's like, come on. He
Come
says,
on back home.
You're
That's
smarter
it.
than me.
Yeah.
Come back. But you left out one of the lines with the fishing when the guy was
Yeah,
fishing.
she left it.
She said the guy, in other words, she said, well, why can't he fish where there's no fish? She goes, you found a horse where there was no horse.
That's right.
That's what she said.
That's right. That was right.
That was the
Yeah.
Tell the story, Graham, about the when the lady let the man in, and then she looked under the table, and the feet were the feet of the horse, and she knew it was the devil.
That's spooky.
Yeah, tell her.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jenny Zach, this is your life.
I could tell not.
Yeah.
I gotta get closer so I can hear.
Okay, tell us the story.
Lady, they got together because the husband, they went out together. And they stood together now. And they was crochet the whole time. They look at the watch, it was 12 o'clock. Says, oh, I gotta go home. All of a sudden, they hear somebody come in. I thought it was the husband.
No. The husband said, don't open the door for anybody. And then he heard a knocking, and they went by the door and opened the door for you. And they let the man in.
Yeah, all right. So when he went in, then look at him, his feet was like a horse feet.
Which is the sign of the devil.
Oh, they kept on running. West block, you can't get out of the house. 1 minute late, you could. Because 12 o'clock, that's when they come out. Those are their thing. So
Then
she,
how'd they get him out?
and she had a dog sick. She was crippled, the dog. And she says, oh my God. She says, somebody's in the house. She says, Ma, just to tell the man, it's a big fire in your house. And he went out. When they heard that, he went out. But he says, the floor was half a broke when he went out. Like, was like, you know, like an animal. We were there like an animal. And he took off. Then, not even 5 minutes late, knocking on the door again. And then he says, oh, we're not going to open. Who's him? He says, oh, I was going to make you die tonight. You closed the door on me.
In other words, they fooled the devil and they made him leave because they let him in. They should have let him in.
And that's how you got, when you go to bed, you got to put a broom on the back of the door. Because by the time they count all the stick of the broom, it gets light and they got to get out.
That's
They
right.
can't come in.
If you open the door and the broom falls, you have to sit and count all the sticks before you could leave. They also say that about the vampires, same thing. And I can't remember why.
Well, they said the broom's, I don't know.
They have to come.
And she said, what are you doing over here? She said, come to church. But this is not a church mass for you. It's a mass for the dead. You better get out of here before they close the door. So the lady she ran to, open the church door. And the door closed and she remained with the dress half in and half out. And the lady died from fright.
On the outside of the church.
But she couldn't go out. The dress got caught on the
She
Then
woke
she
up
went
from, like,
inside and joined the rest of them.
She woke up in like a dream, and she went to church in the middle of the night. And she found the mass for the dead.
Well, I
Those all
tell
the
you,
dead
my
people?
mother did that.
Yeah, you told me that. Your mother did.
My mother did the same thing. In the middle of the night, she pulled all the sheets out of the bed. We were sleeping with her. All of a sudden, we felt cold. She was opening the door to get out,
I do that too.
to go to work.
Wait, there's another story I want you to tell. What about?
Well, what story is it?
I forgot one. Wait.
I forgot half of
How
that.
about the ladies were hanging clothes outside in 12 midnight.
Oh, that's when you wash on Sunday.
What? I don't know this one. Maybe I forgot.
And you
this
wash on Sunday?
The God, he says you got 6 days, but
Don't do
one
it on
day keep it for me. So we, on Sunday, it's like nothing. We wash clothes.
now. I mean,
It's no good.
Well, why don't you tell
do you
the
wash
story?
clothes on Sunday?
Huh?
You wash clothes on
All
Sunday?
the time.
Great. Tell the one about the Pachi. You didn't get the Pachi one yet.
That was the wolf.
The wolf and the Pachis. Yeah, tell it. That's a classic too.
Bobby's gonna run out
If I
of
remember
words in a
that
minute.
Bobby, do you know these stories?
I heard it.
Fred, do you know them?
The wolf is smart. The man got caught in the house. You know, he was robbing. And he was all bleeding. The head was all, you know. So the wolf was outside. And he says, oh, he throw up and he throw all on his face to make the man him carry. He says, look me, I got all blood. But he says, this here, the brains is coming out. There was a patchy. There was no brains. He was smart. So you know what he did? Then he catch on the man. And he get off on his back and he went in the hole. You know, and the man wanted to go kill him. Hey, where are you going to kill? He will never fit in the hole. Oh, God. All the stupid things, huh?
There's another one. I can't remember now. I just had it in my head before, and she was talking, so I didn't
Oh,
mention it.
God.